right. Can you hear me now? Good.
Looks like sound's working.
Sound's working. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Turquoise Skies. Matthew James here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, live from our shop in Uptown. Welcome. If this is your first time to the show, we are selling jewelry. On Fridays, we take some of our bigger items off the gallery floor. We're going to be showing them on camera. Everything is for sale. If you see something you like, all you have to do is say sold, and along with the number that's associated with it. Hello, can you hear me now? Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties with our audio setup, but I think we're good now. Can you hear me out there? Give everyone a second to get here. We've got 31 people. All right. Katarina says yes. Okay, everyone, welcome back. I'm Matthew James here at Turquoise Skies. We're going to be showing you some beautiful pieces today. Everything that we have here is authentic handmade. Everything is Native American jewelry today. About 99% of the things we have is Native American. Just considering our industry, and most of the artisans we work with are Native American. This is all sourced from local artisans. Everything is handmade, one of a kind. We have a couple items that are very similar here, but what I have here is all there is in stock, and this is not mass production jewelry. It's very difficult to make some of these pieces. And so it's first come, first serve. If something sells, it's gone, and then that's just kind of how it is. So if you see something you like, you have to jump on it. We're going to be showing pieces one at a time. Because these are higher ticket items today on Fridays, we do have a layaway program. And basically what that is and if your cart value is $250 or more, it qualifies for layaway. We require 25% down right away, and then we invoice at the beginning of every month, 25% a month until the piece is paid off. So you're welcome to utilize that. If you want to use layaway, just mention so when you purchase the piece. And all right, we've got Amanda, Jackie, Andy, Rita. Thank you for joining us today. So should we just get into it, or do I need to mention a couple other things?
I think we got all the big things.
All right. If you haven't joined us yet, we've got a private Facebook group for you called our Inner Circle. We're going to post a link in the description below. That's a private place where you can ask questions. Some of our artisans are on there as well if you like to ask questions directly to them. We'd also love to see your collection and your jewelry, and talk about jewelry. So, hey Babs. Okay, so let's get started today. We've got quite a range, a couple belt buckles, rings, some necklaces, earrings, and bracelets. Number one, this looks like an Alvin Monty piece. We've got, hey, Alvin Monty's in the crowd right now. I just got fingerprints all over this. Let me get a polishing cloth here to clean it up. So can anyone tell me what stone this is? Does anybody know? Oh yeah, shine it up nice and bright. Highly recommend these polishing cloths. These are called Sunsheen cloths, Sunsheen. The maker is Rio Grande. You can go to riogrande.com, and it's a jewelry supply store, and they sell these jewelry polishing cloths. This one looks like it's really dirty, but honestly it's just the polishing compound. It's still really good. We've got this beautiful belt buckle, and Jane is correct. This is Wild Horse Magnesite, originally from California. There's a couple different names for it. It is a magnesite. Wild Horse these days is the most common name for it in the Southwest and Southwest jewelry. There's also a couple mine claims I've heard it called Wise Owl. But this is a beautiful brown stone called Magnesite. And this is a belt buckle, sterling silver, handmade by Navajo silversmith Alvin Monty. We've got, hey Jeanette, we've got Alvin's hallmark here on the back. It's an upside down A, Monty. He is from Tohajili, New Mexico, out there on the Navajo reservation. And he's a guest on the show we've had many times. And if you are watching this show and you like it, please join us also on Saturdays. We like to bring in the artists themselves, guest artists, to bring in their own jewelry and sell it and answer questions. And this is a belt buckle. Let me get a measurement on the belt buckle. Item number 1. There we go. It measures 2.5 inches by 2 inches, and it will fit a 1.25 inch belt. And make you feel like you won the rodeo wearing this thing. Beautiful sterling silver. I love this housing that the stone is set in. This is handmade bezel, a variation of handsaw bezel, because Alvin by hand cut each of these prongs, these teeth that hold the stone in place. There we go. That's item number 1. Price on that was $5.50 before the sale, and we are doing a discount today on all of our jewelry, which we do when we do live shows. Sale is good for 24 hours. We take 20% off. And so what is that, $4.40? Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. So this
That's
number
what's on
1
the sheet.
will be selling for $4.40. Handmade sterling silver belt buckle by Alvin Monty. Number 2. Check this out. Here you go, Jane. Do you know what stone this one is? This is a turquoise from a specific turquoise mine. Love this contrast in color here. You have, if you were to cover the rest of this up, you see this nice light blue turquoise, and that transitions into a green. We've got some of that mother stone, the host material up there, in that brown. Goes from a gold to brown. This is a piece by Navajo silversmith Ronald Tom, I believe. I'm just guessing here.
I think it is.
Yep. Our Tom is the hallmark. Artists mark their pieces with a signature stamp we call a hallmark right there in the back, and sterling silver. Nice, heavy, beautiful piece. What type of turquoise is that? It's actually Royston. This is a variation of the Royston mine in Nevada, Tonopah area. There's a whole district with many different mine claims in the Royston area, or the Royston district is what we call it. The one that is called Royston is actually from the Royston mines owned by the Otteson family. If you were ever on Amazon Prime, there is a show called Turquoise Fever. It's a short, I think 4 or 5 episode series reality show of the Otteson family mining turquoise. This is where this piece of turquoise came from. So beautiful work here. Get a little bit into the piece. This is Ronald Tom. Ronald will be with us in a couple weeks live on Saturdays. I don't remember the exact date. We'll announce it in our inner circle. If you haven't yet joined our inner circle, we'll put a link again in the description below. We've got that turquoise stone, but look at this. Look how high it sits. That's a lot of stone. Nice high rise on that stone. Natural turquoise, encased in a flat bezel, surrounded by a hand-twisted rope wire, creating that layered border. The rope wire is a couple wires that are twisted together to make that rope design. And then Ronald does some silver bead shot and wire work around that as well to complement that stone. These are hand stamped pendants. there at the top. Nice, thick. Now this cuff was actually cast. He does sand casting, and so he cast this part with sand, and you can see some of the texture in there from the sandstone. An old Navajo sand casting technique. Really thick. Sterling silver. Let me get a measurement on the piece. Price was $1,400 before the sale. We're taking 20% off, and so that'll be $1,120 after the sale. This is the cuff is measuring 5 inches with a 1-inch gap, so this would be a size 6. $1,400, Ronald Tom. This is item number 2. Amazing work. Thank you, Shelly. We'll have to tell Ronald in person when he's here in a couple weeks. Number 3, we saw this family here on the live show a couple weeks ago, or was it last weekend? This was the Mitchell family, Reggie and Bronson Mitchell, who are the 5th and 6th generation silversmiths from the family. Reggie's father, his name is Eugene Mitchell, and he worked in this shop here for a little while. You see his hallmark there, E.S. Mitchell. Sterling silver. Look at that beautiful texture. Only one of these was made. You got the unique texture on this piece from the casting. Sterling silver, this is a Navajo butterfly belt buckle. And then I really love this housing, that fine handsaw bezel with that beautiful, I believe it's a Kingman stone. I don't have the record of it, but I believe it's from Kingman Turquoise Mine in Arizona. And that is a variation of a Navajo butterfly belt buckle. Reggie and Bronson were telling me about a couple of their designs in the family. You see a variation of this as a bow, but also 4 winds, is what they said. Things come in 4s. And so Eugene Mitchell is a 4th generation silversmith in the Mitchell Dene or Navajo made. That's item number 3. Price on that, I'm sorry, I should say the price a little earlier, was $500. It's on sale 20% off for $400. It's item number 3. Number 4.
Number 3 sold.
Number 3 sold. Jane's gonna take it. Oh, Janny. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for supporting our craft and our local artisans. Janny, something that we do here on the show is our thank you drum. This is just thanking the jewelry, where it came from, the artists who made it, their teachers, where it came from, but also the transition of this piece and a story of this piece to you and its next chapter in your life. So thank you, Janny. Number 4, we've got a ring. Benny Ration, Navajo. This looks like a corn maiden. This is a cool ring. Sterling silver. We've got the red spiny oyster, transitioning from the medium depth water to a much deeper, colder water. The spiny oyster changes colors. The deeper the water, the darker purple it gets. Goes from a yellow to a purple. We've got this dark red. It's almost orangish down here, and it transitions to that purple. That's pretty awesome. And then on top, surrounding the stone, we've got that silver work border. And that is the body of this corn maiden.
I like this ring. I think it's so cool.
It's super cool. Look at the buns. Princess Leia. You can see where she got her inspiration from. These are traditional hairstyles. This ring is a size 7.5. If we need to adjust it a little bit for you, please let us know. This is item number 4. It was $400 before the sale. Gonna be on sale for $320. Size 7.5. Sterling silver. We'll get a shot of the band, and that's a split shank or a split band for comfort. We've got sterling silver, and we've got the artist's mark back here. Benny Ration. Hand cut. You see all these little cuts. That's all done with a handsaw. That's a really unique little piece. Sterling silver, number 4. Spiny oyster ring, size 7.5. There you go. You want something unique, there's a story right there on your finger. Okay, that's item number 4. Number 5. Oh, I was gonna save these for next week because I've got some more of this style. This is this. Is it the Smith family, Herman? I need to double check on the name. I keep saying Harold Smith, Navajo family. I'm gonna have some more of this next week, next Friday. This is what we call micro inlay. I've got 2 rings here, a size 6 and a size 8. Both were $325 before the sale, which is a huge bargain. That's going to be on sale for what, Diego?
For $260.
For $260. This is what we call micro inlay, because some of the inlay is so tiny. Let's get a zoom in on that.
Which ring will be A and which one will be B?
We'll do A as size 6, which would be this one here. And B will be size 8, which would be this one here. Sterling silver. We've got this black onyx that's laid in that ring setting inside of the black onyx, representing the night sky. Some say it may be representing the black world. There are 4 worlds in Navajo mythology, and the first world was black, and you move into the second world, which is the turquoise, the blue world, which is maybe signified there. And there are a lot of interpretations to it. I'm not Navajo myself, but I've heard many stories and many variations of stories from the storytellers and the elders that it's powerful to wear turquoise because it reminds you of who you are and where you came from. As a people, we came from the second world, and now we're in the third world, the yellow world. So this is a deity face, and it looks like stars and the moon. There's a barrier here before the turquoise, and there could be other stories to this. He definitely has some significant meaning to his pieces, and usually if you do some research and get into mythology a little bit, understand the culture, ask if you can get a hold of Navajo storytellers or look up some books. There's got to be some story somewhere where this comes from, and I would love it if someone new could put those pieces together.
Looks like we sold number 2 and 5A.
Number 2 and 5A. So number 2, here the Ronald Tom bracelet.
It's for Sheila.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The bracelet sold, and then 5A, which is Marianne, is going to take a size 6 ring.
She's asking if it could be stretched to 7.
Ooh, we could do 7. We'll need Devin Edison to stretch it out for us, basically with his hammer.
Lacey's taking 5A?
Yeah.
Or 4A?
Here it is, number 2, and number 5A. Yeah, I do. I love learning a little bit about the history of some of these designs and the mythology, and we don't like to actually say the word mythology because it implies, or even saying the word legend sometimes can imply that it's not real, which can be a little offensive. So it's better to say the story of. In specifically, this is Dene culture, which is the Navajo and the Apache, and then there's also a branch of the Dene that went north, and they're in Canada. And every culture is different. Every tribe is different. The Pueblo people and the Dene people are different people, and there are different stories from each of these tribal affiliations. And I encourage you to go to the source, which is one of the reasons why we like to have the artisans on our show, so you can ask them directly. Every Navajo family, every Pueblo family is different and has different meanings and different significances to some of these designs, and I encourage you to ask from the source. I can give so much information, but I am not part of this tribe, so in respect of that, I can only share what has been told to me and tell you that it has been told to me and it's not something that I know for sure. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox on that. Just very important to be respectful of the culture. These pieces represent a lot to these people and these artisans and their families, and it's just important to have great respect, and the time and energy and the hand craftsmanship that goes into these is just very important. So here we go. This is a size 8. This is number 5B. Okay, number 6. This is speaking of Pueblos. You can see a little bit of difference in the style. This is from the Zuni Pueblo, and the Zuni style of jewelry, which is this inlay jewelry, which is what we saw a second ago that we were calling micro inlay, was Navajo. The Zuni were lapidary artists for a long time before silver was introduced into the Southwest. And when the Navajo actually started silversmithing and brought that with them and spread it around to some of the other Pueblos, these Pueblos, this one specifically, Zuni Pueblo, took those silversmithing techniques and then also applied their incredible lapidary skills and made silversmithing their own with their own style. This is a very well-known or iconic Zuni style, which we call inlay. And so even before that other piece, the Zuni people were building pieces very similar to this, using this technique called inlay. This is a sun face, again a deity. We've got turquoise. The white is mother of pearl. The black is either black onyx or traditionally that may be jet. Jet was a stone that was traded amongst the Pueblos. A lot of it came from Acoma Pueblo. There is a deposit and a mine, an old ancient mine there. And then we've got coral. And then of course turquoise, if I hadn't said that already. We've got 3 of these rings. Size 6 and 2 size 8s. Size 6 will be A, and then we have 2 of B. The price on this was $225 before the sale. Item number 6. On sale for $180. Sterling silver, Zuni made rings. $180. Size 6 and size 8. Nice. That is item number 6. Number 7 is also, I don't know if that's Zuni, but It looks like it. Size 7. This is a variation of a Zuni design. Looks like we had someone come in and from a estate sale or a came in and sold these to us. It looks like I don't have the artist name on it.
6A sold.
6A sold. So our size 6 Zuni ring Sunface just sold. And I need to do some drumming. We had Marianne earlier purchase something. I need to do some drumming. So just to say thank you for everyone for the couple pieces that sold. We had the Ronald Tom and then the ring sell. So thank you so much. Back to these rings, this is item number 7. This technique is called petit point or petite point, but often called petit point. This is a cluster design, which was a traditional Navajo style, but then this is more of a Zuni style because the Zuni, with their incredible lapidary skills, decided to take it in the direction of, hey, how can we apply these our stone technique and make it a little different. It's incredibly hard to hand cut turquoise this small. You can see this is my pinky fingernail, and that is tiny. These are, I've got 3 of these rings. I've got a size 7, size 9.5, and another size 7. So I've got 2 size 7s and a 9.5.
I have 9.5 as A and 7 as B and C.
Okay. So the 9.5 is A, and then the 7 is, I've got 2 of B. Sterling silver, of course. The price on this was $225 before the sale, so it will also be on sale for $180. So that is item number 7. Number 8, I know everyone's been waiting for number 8, and I know Anji wants this, and Anji's not with us today. Give her the best wishes. I think they had some bad fish tacos and she wasn't feeling good, so reach out to Facebook and tell her to get well soon. Since she's not here, I will try it on. Is that Snake Eyes? This is He/She work by Alexandra Coriz. I don't even think I have her name on here, but yes I do. Who is a daughter of Mary Coriz. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strand He/She necklace with black jet and white shell. Ooh, what is that? Yeah, it's white shell. Traditional Santo Domingo. I will try it on for you. There we go. It kind of blends into my shirt. I'm not wearing the right shirt for this. But that is a 10 strand Santo Domingo, which is Kewah Pueblo, located between Santa Fe and Albuquerque, just north of Albuquerque. I'll get a length on this necklace. Looks like it's about 30 inches from end to end. It has doesn't have a clasp. It's got the traditional weave here at the end, which is they used waxes and originally plant fibers to make this kind of weave. Today it is still made with a beeswax and some kind of organic string. Beautiful. Price on this piece was $800 before the sale. On sale for $640. black and white. If I had a better shirt, this would just pop so much better. This is awesome. It takes a long time. These, take a close look at the Hishi here. Something to look for, and I know it's probably hard to see because of the black, but can you see that? Can you see those Hishi beads? One thing to look for to differentiate handmade Hishi beads from machine beads is the inconsistency in the size. Not everything is the exact same size. You can see this bead here is smaller than this bead here. That is because everything is handmade. She handmade, I can't stress that enough, each of these beads by taking jet, in this case, cutting it with a saw into cubes, drilling holes in it, and then stringing those cube beads on a string, and then taking a grinder to it and shaping them all into these uniform sizes. That takes an incredibly long time. So just the energy that goes into 10 strands of this is pretty incredible. This is Alexander Coriz from Santo Domingo, Pueblo. $640. Number 6 again. We had Angela asking to see number 6. No problem. Let's take a look at that. We've got size 8 on number 6 left. We've got these Zuni Rings, which is the Inlay sun face, sterling silver, $180. That's item number 6. Number 8 was the necklace. Number 9, we've got a set of earrings from the Crispin family. Go. This is Chaslin Crispin. Also, this is a variation of inlay that is more known in the Santo Domingo Pueblo. You can see the difference between the Navajo and the Zuni inlay here. We get more of the mosaic. This is what we call mosaic inlay, which is a stone-to-stone inlay, and then it's backed. Go, you get the backing there. Back in the Depression era time, Santo Domingo would use records, vinyl records as their backing. Often they will use shells, such as pin shell, as the backing. So we've got 3 pair here. The center is a little smaller, but we've got some coral. That's not coral. We've got some shell that looks like it could be jet or maybe not. Maybe black onyx. We've got some other stones here. They're a little more unique than I realized.
9A is the old.
9A. So this is 9A, the large one from this side. B is the smaller in the middle, and then C is the variation of the green. So 9A. Just making sure Lacey's gonna take these. They were $250 before the sale. On sale for $160. 9C. Judy's gonna take C. Do a little drum for you. Pipestone, Vicky, thank you. That looked like that very well could be pipestone. Thank you. Sorry, Anna. It looks like 9C just sold to Judy. She beat you to it. We have 9B left here, and the price is a little less on B because they are a little bit smaller. Was $200 before the sale. This is 9B for $180. Oh, 180? 160. $160 for 9B. And that actually looks like this could potentially be bone, or there was like sometimes walrus ivory you find in there sometimes. Or potentially antler. I don't know what that pale white. So, sorry you missed out on that, Anna. We've got 9B here for 160 still available. Okay, number 9. Number 10. Got 3 rings. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go shortest block to tallest block here. A, B, C. Sterling silver. These are all marked at 125 before the sale. Size A is size 9. B is 10.5. And C is also size 9. Looking at, they all have slightly different stones. Oh, I love that golden matrix. Wow, that looks like, does anybody else see the planet Earth right there?
Mm-hmm.
With like South America, and it's almost like a Pangea kind of thing where they're like before they separate.
I think that's awesome.
That is super cool. This is was $225 before the sale. These will all be on sale for $180. This is 10A. Thank you, Elaine.
Sold.
10A sold. Yeah, that's super unique, natural planet Earth. It was sold to Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Uh, 10B is a 10.5. Here we go. And we've got a little more of a chocolatey color there, the matrix. I would think that this would be either an Arizona mine, such as Kingman or Morenci, or it could be Campitos, but beautiful gold. Oh, there's an, I don't know if you can see it, but right there at the tail of that chocolate, you've got a nice piece of golden pyrite. That would make me lean towards more of the Morenci mine, though you do find pyrite in other mines. But just by looking at it, that feels like Morenci turquoise, but I don't know for sure because I didn't pick it out of the mine myself, and we don't have. As soon as a piece of turquoise comes out of the mine and goes into the world, and if it's not rigorously tracked every step of the way, all we can do is give you our best guess by seeing a lot of turquoise. Yeah, let's take a look at this. The ring has these shell flanks is what we call them. You can see that on both sides. These are hand stamped lines. Sterling silver, that is the flank because it sides the stone. It's on a split shank band. However, we've got this decorative rope wire down the back. Super interesting when we do a little bit extra like this. It's little details that you don't normally see. This is a 10.5 when you're wearing it, but it's just something for you to know. Just that little bit extra, I think, goes a long way. So this is 10B. Size 10.5, and then 10D is also size 9. Back to more of that lighter gray, slightly goldish hue motherstone. Sterling silver, same design with the sterling silver flanks. Got the artist mark back here. RB, there's a Roberta Begay, but I believe that's part of the Running Bear group, which is a group in Gallup, New Mexico, and western New Mexico near Zuni and the Navajo Reservation. So this is number 10, B and C. Oh yeah, number 11. We've got a traditional sterling silver Navajo cluster bracelet. Wow. Almost 4 inches wide. Center cluster is all good quality stones. This is something else to look for. Do you see how this piece is a little bit darker hue than this piece, and it's a little off, and you get a variation of color in there? That's a great indicator that you're working with stones that are not dyed, because when you dye stones, they tend to be the exact same color. Not that someone can't fake it and put a bunch of different dyed stones in different colors, it's just not as likely. You're getting different mother stone pieces in there, you're getting different matrix, which is the mother stone, the host material on the inside. All of this was handmade. All of these stones were hand set in unique bezel settings. These are getting harder to come by, as you don't see as many new pieces on the market anymore. This piece is a little bit older. Sterling silver. See, it doesn't have a date on it, but we do have a signature there. Looks like an L. Wilson, made in there with a scratch pin. I'll just go ahead and put this on so you can see it on. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Shank silver cuff. Price on this piece was $3,200 before the sale. It'll be on sale for $25.60. The size on this piece, this is, my wrist is a 6.5, and I opened it a little bit and squeezed it down, and it's fitting me perfectly. We'll get a longer shot of this if we can. On camera 2 or 3. There you go. You can see that size. I've got a 6.5 inch. This is a piece that you would see men and women if in the Southwest if Navajo wearing before a ceremony or some important event. I would often see some of the grandmas coming into town to buy groceries, and they'd be dressed up to the nine with their silver and turquoise, and this would be a magnificent piece to wear to ceremony. There we go. Traditional turquoise cluster bracelet, sterling silver. L. Wilson is the signature on the piece. Beautiful. Number 11 sold. Lacey Hennessy is going to take it. Thank you, Lacey. All right, Lacey, thank you. How's that iPad working out? Absolutely gorgeous. Great buy. That was a good piece. Number 12 is our last piece of the evening. It is a set. And, oh, I've got a blue dot on here. It means we've shown it before, which means we should take an extra little discount off this piece. Let's do 30% off of item number 4. I'm sorry, item number 12. This is a squash blossom necklace. So I know it's been a while since I've really gone into detail on some of these stories, and I just feel like telling stories today, I guess. So this piece right here is called the Naja, N-A-J-A. It's a Navajo word for this crescent, which was a moon the origin of this symbol actually came from Jerusalem. And that made it across Africa through the Moors. It was a design, and if you go to Morocco, there's a variation of this symbol that is sideways. It was a symbol of fertility. This is the woman and the womb. And you have that same symbolism in Morocco. And then that moved north into Spain and became a symbol the Spanish incorporated. And when they came to the New World, it was on the horses. And the Navajo saw this on the horse's bridle and associated with those beautiful, magnificent beasts. And one way of counting coup, I guess you would say, a warrior would take that off of the horse and wear it around his neck. And that became a symbol of power to the Navajo, and they made it their own. It still retains some of that old symbolism of the crescent moon, the divine feminine, but then also the warriors took it and became a symbol of power. And in ceremony, you'd wear it around your neck. And so that wasn't, once silver came across to the Americas and they started making jewelry, this is one of the early symbols that the Navajo would wear and made it their own design. Now to add to that, we've got these little flutes sticking out of the side, generally 5 or more. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the squash blossoms, which is one of the 4 sacred mother plants to bring life. And that's why they call it a squash blossom necklace, because of these flutes are the squash blossoms. These pieces are strung on a 2-strand handmade silver bench beads. And in this case, these silver pearls adopted the name Navajo pearls, if they're made by Navajo. And in this case, this is a Navajo piece, so we can call them Navajo pearls. All sterling silver. These beads are all made one at a time. It takes a long time to make these pieces. If you can get a close up here, the traditional bead almost looks like a saucer in the middle. That's because you cut out a circle and then you dome it to make it a bowl, and then you cut a second one out to make it a bowl, and then you put them together, solder them together, and that's how you get this bead. They're hollow beads that looks like a Kingman turquoise to me. The length on this piece is just about 20 inches, not including the hang of the naja. And that comes with a set of earrings altogether. The price on this piece was $1,700 before the sale. We've had this on the show before. We're going to take 30% off of this piece. This piece is going to be on sale for $1,190. It's item number 12. What was the price on the bracelet? What was the price on the bracelet? It was.
That was
gone.
number 2. Didn't it sell?
Yeah, it sold, but she just wanted to know what the price was. It was like 22. No, the cluster.
1120, 1120.
So this is a smaller squash blossom. It's finished with a hook clasp. And my price tag's getting in the way of me putting it on. Here we go. Squash blossom. It would hang a little lower on the lady. This is our last piece of the night. Item number 12. So that is it. That is it, everyone. That is all of the jewelry we have to show you today. I can go through these again real quick, but do you have any questions on anything that we showed today? Looks like we sold quite a few pieces. Do you have anything you'd like to see closer again? If not, I will go back through it. Once again, thank you for joining us. We are Turquoise Skies, a jewelry shop here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are just a small business, and we like jewelry. We're here Monday, Tuesday, every other Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Thank you for joining us. This is item number 7. Amanda wanted me to try it on. This is the size 9.5. We also have a size 7 and another size 7. We have 7 and 9.5. This is item number 7 for $180. Number 1, we had a Wild Horse Magnesite belt buckle by Alvin Monty. Price on that was $5.50 before the sale, on sale for $4.40. Sold 7, size 7 to Amanda.
And Lacey will take a size 7 as well.
And Lacey will take a size 7.
Oh, we only have one size 7.
We have 2 size 7s.
Oh, do we?
Yep.
Cool.
I just have the 9.5 left, which is my size.
Oh, that's right. I got confused with the note that I made.
Okay, so number 2 and number 3 sold. Number 4 was a Benny Ration ring. There you go, with that Corn Maiden. It's interesting. Very interesting. Number 4. Price on this piece was $400 before the sale, so on sale for $340?
220.
$320. Number 5 was Harold Smith. Navajo micro inlay. Storyteller inlay. There's a story going on there. Price on this was $325 before the sale. We're taking 20% off. It'll be $260. Number 6, we have 2 size 8 Zuni Sunface inlay rings. $225 before the sale, on sale for $180. Handmade inlay. Number 8 was the Alexander Correa's black and white shell and black jet Hishi necklace. Zoom out for that one. 30 inches and length 10 strand. Can it be sized to a 6? Unfortunately, the inlay ring would be very difficult to size down, and that is because when you size something down, we're going to have to cut the band. And then to put the band back together, we have to solder it together. And when you're soldering something, you need fire. And the thing is, fire and those stones that are inlaid in there don't get along. As soon as we put that much heat on it, those stones could break and pop. And so to size it down, we would have to take out all of the stones, then size it and put them all back together. And I don't have the skill set that that artist had to be able to do that. So I'm sorry, we can't size it down from a 7 to a 6. We can bring it up from a 7.5 to an 8 though. And for that we do a hammer technique to stretch the silver a little bit. Size 4 and 5. Size on 4 and 5. Size
Ian was saying the 7.5 and 8 was for, was in reply to Kathy.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Number 4 was a 7.5, and then number 5 was a size 8. Sorry about that, Kathy. I was answering someone else's question on YouTube actually. Number 9, we've got the Crispin family mosaic inlay triangle earrings, $200 on sale for $160. This is item number 9. Number 10, we've got B and C left. We've got 2 beautiful turquoise rings. B being here on the shorter with the chocolatey matrix. And then C here. B is a size 10.5 and C is a size 9. Priced at $225 before the sale, so they'll be $180. Number 11 sold. That was that amazing turquoise cluster bracelet by Lacey Hennessy. And then number 12 is my necklace I'm wearing right now, the Squash Blossom. 30% off. Comes with matching earrings. Just show those real fast. I guess we didn't get too into those before. Shadow box. Turquoise nugget. $1,190 for the number 12, my Squash Blossom. So that is it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you haven't yet, we join our inner circle. We'll be posting pictures of these items that are still here in the inner circle after the show. You can find the link to the description below. And we hope to see you again. We're here tomorrow at 3:30 Mountain Standard Time. I don't know if you knew this before, but we do a couple programs with the local college. We've got a scholarship program specifically for Native American students, but also any student that graduates from the jewelry program, we like to invite them to the show to show off their work. And so we've got 2 students that will be here tomorrow, and looking forward to that. So tune in 3:30 Mountain Standard Time, give them some support. These are artists that haven't made a lot of jewelry. They're nervous, they're excited, they've never sold anything before. This will be their first chance to sell some jewelry and show you their work, their very first work coming out of this program. So they'll be here tomorrow. Thank you for your time this evening. We know there's a lot going on out there. Your time is valuable. We appreciate you spending your time here with us. So have a great evening, everyone. I'm Matthew James here at Turquoise Skies. We'll see you next time. Bye.